Robbie, how are you?
Good. Hello. You know, I don't like to correct you, but the title of the movie is Beautiful Boy, not A Beautiful Boy.
Oh, but he is beautiful, so I'm being quite precise. I've renamed it.
He's a beautiful boy. What would you tell listeners before we get into the podcast? Would you watch this movie? Would you recommend watching before you listen, or is it okay to listen?
It's probably okay to listen without watching because people will get the topic straight away. But to have the full effect on you, you got to watch it.
Okay.
But I'll tell you why when we get into the show. Tell me, what's been happening? I haven't spoken to you for a few days.
For a few days. I don't know. It's actually been a pretty hectic week this week. Oh, I could tell you a little story that happened on a building site.
Is it a good story?
Well, it's a pretty good story. We have a massive week. We've got to get this. We've got a deadline to get the house finished, to get the clients in. Okay. There's a contract. The builders have to get the clients in. And we were waiting on this component. It's actually called Danpal. It's a controlite. It's like for an alfresco area. You know how you've got an alfresco area? Sometimes you have a plaster ceiling over there with some skylights. Sometimes you might have what's called laser light, which is this kind of old Bunnings corrugated clear stuff. Yeah. And I found this product called Danpal Controlite, and it looked great. The problem is, on this particular system, they only install one a year. And I didn't know this.
Right.
The normal stuff, the one that is not controllable, which just has louvers on it to allow the amount of filtered light through. But is that one? That's the one we ordered. Sorry, I'm not telling it very well. That's the one we ordered. The normal
we're not architects. I'm not an architect, so you've got to go really basic.
So if it's not clear, stop me. The normal one doesn't move. This is a movable internal system within the panel itself.
Okay.
The worst customer service you've ever had.
Oh, right.
Shocking. No instructions. It was ridiculous. Anyway, the boys on site this week have spent days trying to work out how to put the system together, and right at the last time...
Do they ring you? What have you designed here, mate? This is rubbish.
Pretty much, yes.
Right.
And while I didn't design the system, I specified the system. So I said, this is what we want. They've ordered it.
But did you research the product beforehand? Not really. It sounds like
not well enough.
Right.
Okay, I just really liked the look of it.
Sure.
And I'd seen it being installed.
Okay. But you thought this will work well?
Yeah. Run it down. No, it went in, and it looks unbelievable.
Oh, there you go.
There's a couple of things missing, a bit of wiring that we need to get imported over, which will come, but it's all in, and it looks sensational. It is one of the better, if not best, products that I've found that allows light in and controls the temperature. So you know how sometimes if you got a blazing western sun coming into your backyard and you're sitting under the sun.
Is that the end of the story now or not? Or is there something about to happen?
Oh, well, that's it. But it's such a good system that you're cool under it. And anyway, I took a couple of slabs to the boys on Friday. It was just a tense week because if it hadn't come and hadn't worked,
right,
and it actually arrived and it was too short and the boys had to problem solve to make it work, but had it not worked, the clients would not have been able to move in. Because it wasn't finished.
No, I get it. Okay, I'm just going to help without being a smart ass. I'm going to help you with story. I'm going to tell you something around storytelling, okay?
Yeah.
You told a story, and the reason why I asked is there any more is because you didn't emphasise the pain at the start.
Okay.
You said it so quick. You didn't say, this went for 4 days they were trying to work. Like, it's obvious, if it took 2 minutes... It's not a story. It's obviously taken a long time, a lot of conversations, or it's complicated.
It's been going on for months, for 6 months.
Right. So that's the bit you needed to say. For 6 months, we've tried to get this right. We've done this, we've done that. You need to build up the problem. And finally, right?
Can I start again?
Better.
So
you follow what I'm saying there?
No, you're right. I'm not a storyteller.
No, you're not, because I'm waiting. Okay, so because you made it seem, that sounded quite simple to me, what you just said. So we put this thing in, we didn't, and it worked. Well, you didn't say for six months. Imagine 6 months trying to do it.
Okay, let me try that.
Go on.
I'm going to role play. Imagine, okay, I've got a story to tell you.
Yeah.
It is nuts. I'm working on a building site, and for 6 months we have been waiting for this product to come.
Is that a normal length of time, or that's a long period of time?
No, it should come within 2 months.
So it's a lot.
And we're promised it's coming. It never arrived.
And the people are asking, when's it finished?
Absolutely.
Hey.
Every person that we tried to call in customer service, we were fobbed off to somebody else.
Hey.
And then eventually it got to the point where nobody would answer the calls.
Right.
So we're waiting for this system.
And the owners are worried?
The owners are on the phone to me.
Yep.
They're really lovely clients.
We're going to miss settlement.
All of this. Yeah. And eventually the product arrives. but the product arrives and it's the wrong fucking size.
Oh, you wouldn't believe it.
You wouldn't. 6 months, Ron. 6 months. So what do? We've got to get this thing up in 3 days, and it doesn't fit.
There you go. Here endeth the lesson.
Thank you.
Was that better? You understand?
Yes, sir. Yes,
there you
I
go.
do.
Free lesson in storytelling.
Okay.
Okay.
So, are you crying?
I always cry these days. Now I can't help. Well, you asked about my health the other day. I don't know. That's about the only
Stop.
thing.
Why are you crying when I just told? Are you happy that
I
I
was
told
proud of you. I was proud of you then. I was proud of you. I'm a softie, mate. I'm a big softie.
Dude,
Yeah, I can't help it. You can't control what you cry at.
you got menopause. Manopause.
No, I don't have menopause. It's about the only thing I don't have at the moment.
Oh yeah, of course we had our checks. I've got to tell you about the. Oh well, yeah. We'll talk about the health stuff.
You want to talk about that?
No, I want to talk about that in Saving Private Ryan.
Okay.
When we do Saving Private Ryan,
Sure.
so we'll save that.
Okay. We'll save it.
Well,
Yeah.
so I'll tell you what. So listen to Saving Private Ryan, and
Yeah.
find out. Will you burst into tears every 3 seconds?
I do, but I'm odds on to cry in this show. I am odds on to cry in A Beautiful Boy.
I don't know what to say. I'm a bit speechless. You're
I'm proud of you. That was a good story. The second time.
great. Okay.
go.
All right. Well.
Okay.
Rowan, how was your week?
Well, I had an interesting week.
Did you know?
Yeah, and I know you think I tell a lot of stories about food, but my world is a lot of entertaining. When you're in sales, there's a lot of entertaining.
How long had this entertaining been going on for?
What do you mean, this Nice, touche. Very clever. Doesn't work like that. But let me have a go. I'm acting like I'm the super storyteller. So I've got my team. We're having a little bit of lunch in the city. We had a team offsite. And we're sitting there at the restaurant, this lovely Indian restaurant called Daughter-in-Law in Little Burke, and everyone's there. One of my teams come over from interstate. Andrew, you're probably listening, so I hope I'm allowed to tell this story. And he leaves the table and he's outside for a good while. And everyone says, where is he? Because we had to go. We were playing 10-pin bowling. And we go outside and you can see when someone's pacing, not everything is as it should be, right?
You can
and
tell
he's going up
changes.
and back. He's going up and back. And we're like, come on, we've got to go. We're going to miss we've got to get the strike. We have to get to the lane, right? Anyway,
Strike bowling.
Strike bowling, yeah. And he gets off the phone and he's swearing like a trooper. What's happened? Now, what I failed to tell you in this part of the story is he just bought a house. 3 days ago he moved in. He's been robbed.
Oh.
Been robbed.
Ooh.
And they've got in through the wife's car. They've got the garage remote and he was not happy. And rightfully so. And I just said to him, listen, the bowls is a bit of team bonding. Catch the early flight. Go home. Because he was going home at about 8 o'clock.
But he was thinking about staying.
Well,
and committing to the bowling.
To use your word, he was discombobulated. We're walking down to the bowls. You know, the team's walking off.
Yeah.
We're walking off in the street. He's got the phone. He actually, and I don't know if I'm going to get, hopefully not going to get in trouble oversharing. He rings a friend. He says, look, I'm in Melbourne. We don't know if the robber is still in the house. Yeah. I said, mate, call the police. Don't worry about ringing your mate.
Well, that's a good one. Have you finished?
Well, in the end, he left and went home, and unfortunately, yeah, he was robbed. So shout out to Andrew, mate. He's a really, really good fella.
All the best to Andrew.
Yeah.
Tell me, who is your go-to call person if something like that happens?
Harris.
Right.
You.
Okay.
You.
That was that. Yeah, I have had a few calls this week from
I
friends.
gather I'm not yours.
I have had a few calls this week from friends. Can you bring your drill?
Oh, really?
The blinds have fallen over.
You got friends?
I've got friends.
Oh.
Yeah. So
do you have a go-to person?
Not really.
It depends who the trouble is. It depends what type of trouble. Describe your troubles.
You're right. If it's not house-related, I do have for you. I'm going to make you cry again. So I'm just working on something for work, and it's a salesy thing, and I need to work out pricing and a whole bunch of stuff. So at some point soon, you're going to be getting a call, an unsolicited call for your experience and advice.
I'm Liam Neeson.
Your niche.
I'm the Liam Neeson of sales. I have a particular set of skills for one particular topic.
set of skills.
Yeah, spot on.
Okay, good.
Yeah,
right.
so that was. I tell the story here because it was just you get a shock, right? I mean, you think.
Have you ever been broken into?
Yes, I have. Yeah, my wife. Yeah, they got to the garage. This is embarrassing, and they took $1,000 out of my wife's car. What? And I said to her,
A hangback.
"Yeah,
Why have you got $1,000?
So I said to her, why was there $1,000 in your car? And she turned around, did not hesitate, runaway fund. I said, what? I said, we've been together, this was 10 years ago, we've been together 25 years, I've known you since we were babies. Never know, runaway fund.
You never know what happens behind closed doors.
Yeah,
I'm assuming she was joking.
I don't think so. I don't think so, $1,000.
That was going into her runaway fund. She's not running away very far.
There was all those jokes came out later. How far are you going to get? Couple of nights and...
Oh, we've had a...
Have you?
Just a couple of smallies where they've come in and broken into both cars. So we're
No, but that's such a house, though, is it?
No, it's not, thankfully. But I have cameras, and the problem with the cameras, they were quite clear, but the guys were wearing masks, and they had looks like screwdrivers in the hand, and the car doors were open anyway, and they were just looking for coins. So they ended up taking the coin jar out. There was nothing else of value in there, and there was another time.
It's very intrusive. What's the right word?
It's horrible. You feel violated.
Completely
Correct. Violated. There was another time the next door neighbours was cutting leaves and trees and all fell in, and they said, can we send someone over to collect it? No problem. Now, I got a bike, a push bike, pedal bike, and my son was using it, and I said to him the night before, because I was overseas, I said, just put the fucking bike, I didn't start with the fucking, but just put the bike away so nobody can see it if they come around the house.
It's a valuable bike.
It's a $1,500 bike, $1,000 bike.
Good money for an architect, okay.
So anyway, the guy came over and he did his thing and he left. At 4 a.m. the next morning, okay, I see on the camera a guy has come to the gate, he's put his hand over the gate, he's unlatched it first of all, right? No hesitation, just knowing how to do that. He's taken 2 steps in, he's looked right, he's seen exactly where the bike is leaning against the rubbish bin fence, he's grabbed it, boom, and he's gone.
And you can make out that was the guy?
Yeah, absolutely. I mean,
it was the same guy.
Oh, sorry. No, there's 2 separate incidents.
Oh, right. Sorry.
Yeah, this was a separate incident. Happened a while after.
Oh, sorry.
But he was just pinpointing. He knew exactly where that bike was. So I obviously contacted the neighbours, contacted the police. We got it back on insurance, whatever. But it was just the.
I remember when that happened. That was only a few years ago.
Yeah, not long. But you feel totally violated, and also you think to yourself, "Here's my problem a little bit." You talk about being Liam Neeson. I don't think I'm Liam Neeson so much anymore. But, you know, the older you get, but you think you're pretty invincible. And if someone comes into your house, you'll do everything possible to
defend yourself. Yeah.
Now, if 2 or 3 guys come into your house at night with knives, usually, what are you going to do?
Take what you want, boys.
100% take what you want until it starts hopefully not changing or turning, and then you just got to go bananas. If someone's outside and you wake up, what do?
Call the police.
Turn all the lights on, call the police, get everyone into one room kind of thing, and just...
Send Rocky after him. I don't know.
Rocky? Where's my Rocky? Wee doggy. Yeah,
we've got Sadie who would go absolutely ape droppings.
I'm getting calls at the moment from clients wanting to put up front fences because of the crime that's happening in this fucking state. In Victoria.
I get that, right? I mean, this is your home is your castle and it's your life, right?
But it's so scary.
It's frightening.
Some of these kids, they just don't care. I mean, the stabbings that are going on, just random.
It's lucky though that we've got machete bins. It's a joke.
So some of the stuff that comes up in my feed, maybe I'm looking at the wrong stuff. The senseless king hit, coward punching. You know, when you just kick or punch somebody.
The David Hook's equivalent.
Yeah, it used to be called a king hit. It's now called a coward's punch. Danny Green, the boxer, named it a coward's punch, which it is. You punch somebody when they're not even looking, walking down the street. It is vile. Yep. I'd love to get my hands on people like that. But then the problem is, if you catch somebody doing that and you fight them or attack them, they fall, they break their head, they die, then you're in trouble.
Yep.
What do you do? Do you keep a baseball bat or anything under your bed?
I think, personal opinion, you should be able to defend yourself to a degree.
Well, it's
not untouchables. He pulls a knife, you pull a gun, right? But if someone comes into your house, threatens your family, has a knife, right?
The law here in Australia is like for like defense.
Is it?
Yeah. So if someone's punching you, you can punch back. You can't pull out a knife unless you feel like you're about to die. Then you can do whatever is necessary to defend yourself. But you have to prove that in court that you've killed this person because you've felt under threat. But if you chase somebody down the street and beat them to death or even injure them, then that's manslaughter if they die because you've chased them.
I don't know how we got here, but I'm just going to tell you another story. When I went overseas earlier in the year, I went to Brazil and I spent a lot of time with some American.
Brazil, my worst nightmare at the moment, playing Scotland in the World Cup.
Well, that aside, I'm sitting there talking to these Americans, right? And we have the same conversation and it's frightening what they think. I want someone... This guy says to me, I want someone to come in my house.
I'm going to shoot him with my 64.
I've got a gun. I said, you'd shoot it? Yep. No hesitation. And being an Australian, it's a different psychology. Three American guys, I'm sitting there on the beach, and they said, no hesitation. Someone breaks into my house, I will put a bullet in them.
But it is a different psychology, and everyone there is armed. So
they're all armed.
So they say you have to be armed to defend someone that's armed.
They're
Thankfully
all heavy Trump supporters. Heavy.
No, but everyone there has the
right to bear arms.
The Third Amendment, the right to, or Second Amendment. The right to bear arms. But here, thankfully, was it Howard, John Howard, that got rid of guns?
You bet it was.
It's
the only book I've ever read.
Fantastic. Right.
I've read it's the first big book, yeah. So Johnny Howard went after Port Arthur massacre in 97 or 98. He came to power in 96. And he went door to door and took away all the guns.
Is it Martin Bryant?
Martin Bryant.
There's a good movie called Nitram, Nitram, which is Martin backwards. Check that out.
And we didn't even mean this, but that is a great lead-in to this movie. I'll tell you why.
Beautiful Boy.
I'll tell you why it's a great link with Beautiful Boy, because I was talking to my sister about it yesterday. Martin Bryant ran around Port Arthur and killed 27 people. Chased them everywhere, killed them. He has one visitor. You know who comes?
His mama.
The mum. Right? Because she says at the end of the day, that's my son. The dad doesn't, right? But think about a beautiful boy, and I think we should cut straight to it now.
What would you do if it was your son? Would you visit?
Let's just stick with this one.
Okay. Anything else to discuss before? I mean, that was
interesting. I think your storytelling skills have got better. You understand what I'm talking about? So build up the suspense, build up the pain, build it up. Watch comedians tell stories. They're the best storytellers.
Comedians watch me. I don't watch comedians.
Yeah.
Let's talk about Beautiful Boy.
Sure.
Not A Beautiful Boy. Beautiful Boy. It's a 2018 movie. It's a 2018 movie directed by Felix van Groeningen.
Slowly, Robbie, slowly.
Beautiful Boy. Say that in a deep voice to me.
Jesus Christ. People want to hear what you're saying. You're not just saying, you already got a foreign accent.
Well, I'd like to go a little bit fast and then slow the intonation and
not on the names. People want to catch the
rhythm.
Names. Go.
Okay, Beautiful Boy, 2018, directed by Felix van Groeningen. Beautiful Boy follows journalist David Sheff, played by Steve Carell, as he tries to save his son Nick, played by Timothée
Chalamet.
No.
How do you pronounce it?
The right way, Chalamet.
Oh, Chalamet. I should get Adam Sandler. Chalamet. You know when he did that at the Oscars?
No.
Don't you remember that?
Nope.
Oh, so at the Oscars, he had to give out the award. This is when he was up for, the Bob Dylan film, Complete Unknown.
Yeah.
And that's when he said, I want to do for best Oscar, it's Chalamet. Oh, it's very funny. Very funny.
You in the mic do that again?
Chalamet.
Okay.
Anyway.
All right. Well, he tries to save his son and Nick, who's played by Timothée Chalamet, from a relentless cycle of drug addiction. It's based on the memoirs by both father and son. The film jumps between past and present, showing Nick as a gifted, sensitive teenager whose experimentation escalates into meth and heroin dependency. As Nick falls deeper into addiction, rehab, relapse, and disappearances, David becomes consumed with understanding and fixing the problem, straining his marriage and family life with Maura Tierney as Karen. The story ultimately shows that love alone can't cure addiction, and recovery is something Nick must choose for himself. The film ends with David learning to support without sacrificing himself, and Nick beginning the long fight towards sobriety. I got a wee bit of shivers there when I was saying that.
Can I ask you, sorry, did you know, is it a true story?
Yes, it's based on the memoirs.
But did you know that when you were watching it?
No. I knew nothing about this film other than just knew who the main actors were and a slight understanding of the premise. I hadn't seen it before, which is why I suggested we watch it.
Oh.
Had you seen it, and what did you think?
Oh, so you hadn't seen this?
No.
Oh, beauty. That's a good one. Okay, what did I think? It's another beauty. It's another Robert Hess, another special by the Scotsman. Yeah, no, absolutely. I loved it. I really loved it. But in a horribly sad and gut-wrenching way. Right, I've got 3 sons, and I'll talk about what I did after I watched this film with my own children. We'll talk about that in a second. What, you hadn't seen it?
Had not seen it.
Thoughts?
Subject matter great, really interesting, but very disappointed.
Really?
Very disappointed.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
Because I was expecting Ben is back.
Well,
that caliber.
It's very... Oh, okay, so that was going to be one of my questions. What's better film?
I think Ben is back is realer, raw.
Get the gloves up.
And better done. Now, in fairness, Ben is back starts with Ben coming back home after being in rehab for a certain amount of time, and Julia Roberts and the family play their roles, I think, really well, which is the amount of hurt that Ben caused them. Okay, the amount of pain
it's a
that
different
Ben
spot
caused
in the
them.
timeline.
But let me finish. The amount of pain that they caused them. They are struggling to get over that. They're actually just like, oh fuck, here we go again. When Ben comes back.
Yeah.
What grated on me with this movie is that Steve Carell and Maura Tierney were passive. There was no, at the start, there was no expression about what they were doing. They were so calm. Their demeanour was so mild, and I think...
Watching a different film to me.
And I think wrong at the start. It did change after that. So
okay, yeah. My turn on that discussion. Ben is back. There's a lot of similarities, right? It's a different spot on the timeline. That's like a contrived story to start it there. I felt this was... I like Ben is back, don't get me wrong. But when you've watched this felt so raw, so real, that it could happen to any of us. He just... You know, they talk about marijuana being the gateway drug, and he got older. And the other bit I loved about this was that there wasn't a car accident or something terrible that visibly happened. Nothing really happened. It's a bit like Banshees of Inisherin. There was, I just don't want to be your friend anymore. He kept saying, why? Why are you doing this? Tell me. You're this normal, educated kid, loving home. Yes, they came from a broken home. I kept trying to think if that was causing his problem. But they didn't harp on that. I thought Carell, I thought he was amazing in this. I think he's so heartfelt.
In what way?
Carell?
Yeah.
I think he went through every emotion of absolute love, I'll do anything. Then I loved it when the mother-in-law, the lady from Liar Liar, whose name I can't remember.
Maura Tierney, from ER, yeah.
When her face, you know the scene when he's robbing them and he bolts in the blue car.
And she drives
and
after.
her face was... I'm fucking going to go stop him this time. And she gets in the Subaru, you know, in the family truckster, and she bursts into tears. And then when he's sitting there, so his emotions, he's sitting there at the kids' concert for his little baby for the second family, you know, which is the same as Benny's back, right? Very similar.
Yeah.
And you could see he couldn't give a shit. What it was doing, it was drawing out his life as well.
So I agree with you, and I love the cast, okay? And I'm not dissing the film at all. I'm just a little bit disappointed in... And this...
Sorry, I've got to have one more go.
Yes.
And then the big bit, you say... I can't believe you said he wasn't invested. When Chalamet, when the girlfriend almost dies, and he rings him again. This is the 15th time he's called him, Dad, I want to come home. I don't want to go to the therapy. I want to come home. He says, no. Do you know how hard that would be to do that?
So that scene is at the end. That's more or less the final
That's
scene.
a big scene though, isn't it?
I said I did not like the way he was at the start.
Which one?
The first hour of the movie, he doesn't show emotion. He is very...
I don't think he fully understood how bad he was.
No, because I think it had been going for a year. The movie starts a year before, and then we flash back and forward. I just felt, look, that's probably how people act. But I feel that after all the amount of help that Chalamet has been given, and Steve Carell is still this really passive, calm father, and Maura Tierney says nothing. for the first hour. She just says nothing. She's
trying not to.
But is this? I suppose I can only relate this back to my family and other families I see. Is that dynamic normal? Would the second wife be this calm with her 2 kids? Would she be that understanding, or would she have been like a Julia Roberts' husband in Ben is Back? I just don't think they were. They showed enough emotion in that first hour. Now, all the scenes that you mentioned after that, I mean, that one at the end, the no. Yeah. That was the most emotional scene for me, because
But
finally...
so just on your point, what about the bit when he sits on the end of the bed when they put him into the hospital for the first time, and he says, "Tell me why. You've got to tell me why." He couldn't. I'm surprised he said that. I thought Carell was incredible. I could have watched him all day.
I love Steve Carell. I really love him, and I think he was great in this, and he was probably playing the part he was meant to, but it just didn't resonate hugely that first hour, and I just wasn't drawn into it. Look, maybe because I don't know, could have been the end of a day. Who knows? I told you it was a hectic week. Maybe I wasn't fully invested in it, but maybe. I was certainly watching.
And what about Chalamet?
And again, he's too clean cut for me for this role.
But I thought his hair and they made him look dishevelled, worse and worse.
I thought he was kind of miscast in this.
Really?
Yeah. Oh. Now, I'll tell you another thing. They play the family like this perfect family. Like Chalamet talks really nicely to his father initially, and the father's very calm back, and he even mentioned they've got a great relationship, okay, where they always talk. And Steve Carell brought him up in the divorce. He got custody. So they've got a great relationship. It's probably just me. I don't know if I could remain that calm through it all and be as, what's the word? It's not civil, be as...
understanding?
You'd be understanding for a while. And then...
No, sorry. This is where, I don't know whether you missed it. At one point he says, "I'm leaving," right? And he leaves the house early on. Yeah. And Steve Carell follows him. He goes, "You guys put too much pressure on me, Chalamet." And he leaves. And then Steve Carell is screaming at him as he walks out. "Don't put this on us, it's you. You're the one doing the drugs. You're the one."
But that's all the second half of the movie.
Was it?
I think it's just the first half that bothered me a little bit. But you're right. And please keep going through all these parts, because I'm happy to talk about them.
I was just fully invested in this film. It really... Sometimes I can, honestly, I watch for the podcast, and sometimes I stop and I watch in 4 different chunks. This one... Oh, I loved it. I really... Because it's...
Again, I'm asking...
Why did I love it?
Phone or TV?
iPad.
Okay.
iPad. I got 3 kids. I'll tell you what. When I finish this film...
Yes. Let's talk about that for a bit. That's what you think about.
The reason it lands with you is because
you've got kids,
this is so real. I've got kids that are either side of his age, right? He was 18. Oh, sorry, they're slightly older, right? 19 and 21. And we were driving out to dinner after I finished this film. 5 minutes after, I get in the car. It was just the 3 of us. I said, "Listen, I want to talk to you." I'm thinking, Jesus, what's Dad going to talk about? I said, "I've just watched this film, blah, 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 blah." I said, "Drugs will fuck your life." Right? I said, "I've just watched this. Whether you get offered it, there's cocaine at these parties and different things. I've never done it. Don't touch it." Right? And anything can ruin your life, whether it's gambling, drinking. This was obviously drugs. I said, "If I had my way, I'd strap you both to the bed till you're 70, but I can't do that. I need you to make good choices." And my youngest son, he's a bit more wild in his mindset, right? Ollie, who's been on before. Ben is a little bit more like me, much more conservative, right? But I turned around because Ben was driving, and I said, "Listen, you just, mate, you don't have to go along with the crowd, or you try it." Because everyone says, "Just try it once, mate." "No, just try it once.
I know.
I mean, how frightening is that? What is that?
The heroin.
Crystal meth.
Heroin and crystal meth. Yeah.
Is that heroin, is it?
I think so, yeah.
And he's doing the thing. I mean, did you see his arm in the last scene in the toilet?
Yeah, I thought he was dying in that. He was going to die.
Did you want him to die? To make it more realistic?
I thought it would probably have been too obvious, but as it's based on a true story, he obviously didn't die. Look, I think it'd be naive of us to think that our kids have not been introduced to drugs in some fashion. I mean, they're 19 to 23 years old, okay, and they've travelled the world. And I had a call with my son once when he was coming home after a club, and he was going, no thanks. Like, what's going on? Because these guys are offering me drugs. Yeah, right. It's everywhere. It's impossible.
No, I get it.
And you talk about tying your kids to the bed. I don't think there's anything you can do other than, I mean, I'm going to sound so not patronizing, whatever.
Just get it out.
You can only do what you can do as a parent. Okay, you can only model the correct things.
But you've got to educate them as well. I think education's a big bit.
In how?
Okay, so I tried two angles. One, I tried the health angle last night, and then one of them brought up a story about an adult that was taking, I won't use names, an adult that was taking pretty serious drug and all this, and I tried to take it down, because both my boys want to make a nice life and they want to buy houses one day and all that. I said, listen, these drugs are expensive. Forget the health and it could ruin your life. You start taking that drug for the rest of your life, you'll never have any money for anything else. I said, that guy you're talking about is a very wealthy man, and that's why I can afford to do it. So there's lots of it. I tried every element, every angle I could to make it look like it's no good.
Yeah.
And then I told another friend, we went for a walk this morning about this film, and he was telling me about, long story, a friend of a friend who's an alcoholic. And the similarities. He couldn't care less. All he does is drink. There's bottles everywhere. He lies. I mean, in this film, right, when he takes the $8 off the little brother, the half-brother, right, and Steve Carell's all over him. Do you take the money? And this one, they always do that. Oh, why are you asking me? It was pretty obvious, mate. It can't just vanish into thin air, right? So he lied. He stole, he broke into his house. They went through, I thought they went through all the different...
I just don't... So everything you've said there happens, but I just don't think the intensity of what they were doing was enough. Like, Ben is back. You were palpably feeling the drama that it caused and the angst that it caused the family. You could feel it. But here, he's sitting at the table. Steve Carell's making breakfast or whatever. There's $8 missing from your brother's piggy bank. Wasn't me, it wasn't me. You always blame me, and he storms out. But if that was done in Ben's back or like a Manchester by the Sea, it's just more just intense. And I'm looking at Timothée Chalamet thinking, this is Timothée Chalamet trying to act really bad. And yes, he put a bit of makeup under his eyes and he was okay in a few scenes, but it just didn't hit that chord with me.
Yeah, fair enough. I was engrossed, so maybe because you always talk about, which I now watch for, do you forget who it was? I mean, Carell to me was unbelievable. I love him in The Big Short and in 40-Year-Old. Maybe I actually prefer him when he's serious than when he's a comedian.
Yeah, there's a few things I've written down here, and I can't even remember what they were about. Jasper's $8 disappears. Then I woke up. I wrote them, as in I kind of looked up again. The scream before the car, more realistic. What was the scream?
The scream before the car.
Did somebody scream?
I don't know the scream before the car.
Somebody screamed, and then they chased after the car. That was more realistic. Reading the book with the drawings was very powerful. I found the words that were written in Timothy's book.
Yep.
And his thoughts and his process of someone with addiction and mental health issues. That was very powerful. Bringing his girlfriend back to life. He just wants to come home. That is a typical thing for a drug addict or any kind of addict that has not yet hit rock bottom. So I think he hadn't hit rock bottom, which is why he kept saying, I want to come home, I'll be fine. He hadn't accepted it himself. He accepted it, we're led to believe, after that final scene, when he's...
Well, he's 8 years sober, finishes in the writing, he's 8 years sober. But it was interesting, when the girlfriend...
Sorry.
Go on.
So this is what I've written. You've seen Adolescence?
No.
The 4-part TV show?
I have not.
Oh, my God.
I don't watch TV.
No, please. I implore anybody, this is the best 4 shows you will ever watch in your life. Ever.
Is it a movie?
It's like 4 separate movies, all done in one continuous take.
Okay.
That's the whole thing. But Adolescence, please just go home and watch it on Netflix.
Oh.
You want to talk about feelings for a kid, so... and a powerful acting and emotional experience. The final scene in Adolescence had my shoulders shaking. I was bawling that much. it was unbelievable. So that's how you do it. So what else can I tell you? That's probably about as much as I can tell you without going through scene by scene. I can compare it to other movies.
No, before we do that, what did you think when the girlfriend nearly dies and then she says, you'll follow me to the hospital, I love you, and he says, I love you, and she says again, will you follow me to the hospital? And he says, get off my fucking back, right? At that point I worked out, right, he doesn't like any responsibility. He's quite immature, Chalamet, right? Because you never see her again, so obviously I assumed he didn't go to the hospital, right? Anytime he had to do something, he would run and couldn't handle the pressure. And that wasn't pressure, because it wasn't really love. They just happened to do drugs together. But
that's when you're a drug addict. You will do whatever you need to do. You will say whatever you need to say to get the next hit.
Well, of course, did you see when he got back to the house before the sex scene, and she left the room and he said, can you get me a lighter? And he went to grab for her bag and then she could, right? So he was going to rob her too.
Of course, yeah, that's drug addicts.
Drug addicts, and when he sat with the dad, can I have $200 to fly to New York? I can't give you money.
We see it in so many movies. Trainspotting is a fantastic, I mean, that's one of the best about heroin addiction, which is believable.
I thought this was very believable.
Fair enough. No, I thought aspects of it were, and I thought the story arc was, but I just didn't think the intensity was there.
I also thought the other part that was powerful with this one was the fact that when the lady from Liar, who's got a hard name to pronounce,
Maura Tierney.
Yeah. When she said, "You cannot fix him. He needs to fix him."
Yeah. But right. Do you not feel like you've heard all this before? And all the other movies we've watched, for example,
Go on.
Well, Ben is Back, Flight, for example. You know, the way that Denzel portrayed being an alcoholic. You know, the licking of the lips, his eyes, just the intensity of his acting. You couldn't take your eyes off him.
Well, I know, but I felt this didn't have the flying plane upside down.
No, I'm not talking about the flying plane. I'm just talking about the scenes where he was either in bed or he had the girlfriend over. Or he sees the same
premise that John Goodman comes in, or everyone there's making allowances for him, and at the end of the day, in Flight, he admits it.
No, I'm not talking about that. Forget about the plot. I'm talking about the acting of someone that is in.
No, but we weren't talking about that. We were talking about, you've seen it before, that the only way that people can work it out is the person themselves.
You've seen it before. The someone acting addicted.
Oh, sorry. Yes.
And I think, and my point is, that in this movie, I think it's been done better elsewhere, and it didn't land with me for that reason. Whereas I think the story's great, and probably more realistic, obviously, to Flight.
Yeah, no, you're probably right. Denzel probably acted alcoholic drunk better than Chalamet acted the drug deal. But I thought Chalamet late was good in this.
Maybe a little bit.
What other ones?
We haven't seen Leaving Las Vegas, but that's also Nicolas.
Yes, I have.
Oh, you have, with Nicolas Cage.
Bored the shit out of me.
Okay.
I watched it as a kid. I'd love to watch it as an adult.
Same, exactly the same.
Did you like it as a kid? No.
I did, but I think it would resonate more now.
That's with Elizabeth Shue, and he sits in the back garden.
She's gorgeous. Yes, I've got Star is Born here. Even, you know what?
Oh, that's sad.
Here we go. Even give it to Bradley. Probably played it better.
The first hour is beautiful in that film.
We've got the Requiem for a Dream, which I think we're actually going to watch next as well. Cast fantastic. Anything else you'd like to talk about with the movie itself?
Yeah, I'm just having a look. I mean, there was a small cast in this, right? Obviously,
Steve Carell.
You're going to
I love Steve Carell. He has the everyman, and he just does things really well. He's actually in a great limited series on Hulu called The Patient. I'd watch that.
Oh, sorry. There's one other topic on this film. They say a great line. The lady who's in a lot of films, and she says,
"What lady's in a lot of films?"
I've forgotten her name.
In this,
yeah,
Maura again.
No. It was the African American lady in the last, AA meeting.
Yeah.
And she says, "We actually mourn the living." It was a powerful line.
We actually mourn the living.
Yeah, so you mourn the dead, but he's amongst us. And you know when he's on the cliff face, Steve Carell, he said, "I've accepted no matter what we do, he's going to die. He's going to die." So imagine having to accept, and there's nothing you can do. No money in the world. They put him to rehab. He ran out. They put him to the hospital. He pulled out the intravenous and he ran out. He says, "How can you let him go? He's over." That's another great discussion. How old should you be? He says, Chalamet, "I'm 18. You can't tell me what to do." Now, in America, you can't drink and you can't drive till you're 21. In New Zealand, you can drive at 15. In Australia, it's 18.
Is it 15 in Australia?
Yeah, my brother-in-law got his licence at
17, 17 in Queensland.
Right.
And New South Wales.
He thinks, you know, have you heard the saying, not a boy, not a man?
Uh-huh.
Well, that's what it's like. He doesn't earn any money. He was almost just at school, and he thinks he's an adult. Sit down, mate. Parents, life experience.
But you're talking about... Look back at your younger self. No teenager. There's the whole famous saying about, you know, kids love their parents until they become teenagers and they think everything that the parents say is total rubbish until the age of 25, 30, when all of a sudden they realise that everything the parents have told them is real. Like you're trying to tell Timothée Chalamet, like your own kids, don't do this, don't do this, don't do this. You can say it until you're blue in the face. But they will learn through their peers. And also, that's another thing, the peer group that you're in. So first of all, you teach strength, you teach resilience, you teach saying no.
And individual thinking.
And you teach, absolutely individual thinking, you teach from experience. If you have participated in drugs in the past, you can talk to your kids at whatever right time you think is right about your experiences. And what I think is super important is not saying no, 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 don't do it, don't do it. You can say that. It's if you do it, right? If you choose to do it, then these are the things that you need to do.
I would agree
to be sure. And I always know that I am there for you. That if you feel sick, you feel ill, you call me immediately and I will come and get you.
We tell them that every weekend.
Yeah.
No matter what happens, you don't get in a car with someone who's been drinking because someone says, I've had one drink.
But we're talking about sticking the drugs thing. I think
same premise. Though.
Same premise, but you've got to teach them the right things to do and to, you got all these checking places.
Always keep your wits about you. Be the smartest in the room, not the dumbest.
Well, very difficult when you're on drugs, I would imagine.
Yeah, well, that's true. That's true. Very true. All right. You want me to go to Rowan Reminisces or not?
I want you to do Rowan Reminisces.
Yeah.
Carry on.
Yeah, I like that. Okay, well, this film is set in 2018, so that's exactly where we'll go. In 2018, there was the Thai cave rescue.
Oh, my Lord. Talk about heroes.
Talk about heroes. You know, there was only one person that died in all that.
Of course. This is one of the most famous, incredible stories. There was
20 boys and their coach were trapped in the Challllaaammeett cave. A dramatic international rescue effort saved all 13 kids, became one of the biggest global news stories of the year.
Can you tell me how long the cave was?
I cannot.
Okay, I think I'm going to say about 4 kilometres long with multiple stops along the way.
Yeah.
They had to take, how many boys did you say? 14?
13.
Take 13 boys unconscious through these tiny little tunnels for 4 kilometres. It took hours for each person. And every single one of them made it out, apart from, unfortunately, I think it was an SAS Thai soldier who passed away and drowned. This documentary, this show, there's a movie about it, is a must-watch. What they went through.
I'm listening.
In terms of the documentary, the real life. I mean, there was what do you call it when the rain comes down heavily? Not tornadoes.
Tsunami.
Not a tsunami. Tsunami's
rainy day.
It was a very, very torrentially rainy day.
Yep.
Okay, a monsoon. It was monsoon time.
Monsoon.
So you can imagine the amount of water that was filling the caves as they're trying to pump it out. Watch the Thai cave thingamajig.
I can actually tell you, it's way off topic if you like, but have I ever told you about the story I heard about the Beaconsfield mine? The one in Tassie?
What about it?
You know about it?
I know about it, yeah.
Okay,
just give a quick recap.
Okay, a quick recap. I was sitting watching the storyteller of the guy that blew up the concrete that saved. Remember there was 3 guys that went down. One of them was outside a cage. He died night, but the other 2 were in the cage.
So Russell, somebody?
Yes. Yes, absolutely. There was one guy in Australia who knew how to blow the concrete.
Brent and Russell.
How good your Harris memory.
Boom.
That's a great get. They fly to his house in New South Wales and they say to him, are you the guy? And he says yes. And they said, you've got to come with us now. They had a private plane. They took him to the local Woolworths. They took off from the Woolworths and flew him to Tassie. And he did something like 400 mini explosions, right? And what they would do is they sent down the old, cans and strings so they could speak to them. Mm-hmm. And he would say to them, right, are you there, boys? And they'd say, yep. And then they'd do the little explosion, they'd check in. And what the fellas told us afterwards, because they were on the stage, was they would wait a few seconds because that was the only bit of humour that they could do. To think, no, we're still here, because everyone got a fright. And then when they finally heard them, they were singing. Do you know what song they were singing?
I do not.
They were singing The Gambler. That's when they first found them. You got to know when to hold them, know when to fold them. Anyway,
great song, yeah.
And they've been lifelong friends. So they got them out.
Well, I don't know if they are lifelong friends, actually. I think they're very, very different people. And I'm not sure.
Sorry. Not the two boys that are in the cage.
Oh, right, okay.
The storytelling experts lost his talent. Both with the individual minor, yes, I think there has been issues around copyright and stories and money and
that was
selling their tail.
14 days or so in the dark in a tiny little space close to you.
Where's your memory come from?
My what?
No, but why do you know that so well?
I don't know. Some things just come back to me.
Yeah, because we all followed it, if you remember.
I remember it very clearly.
And then they came out and clocked out.
I remember.
How good was that?
Fantastic.
All right, I'll go back to Rowan Reminiscences.
Let's do it.
Will I? Okay. That was impressive by you. Prince Harry and Meghan got married.
On that year?
Yeah, 2018. Yeah.
A lot happened.
She's as popular as polio. I mean, she's absolutely gorgeous, right? Do you like her in suits?
I don't think she's gorgeous, A.
Really? Yeah,
And B, no, I don't
she's
like
beautiful. The big films of 2018, there's a clear... Go on.
You've got a thing for coloured women, for African American women.
I could, yeah.
Not you could. You've told me that...
the best of all time, mate, is Whitney.
Whitney's number one.
Whitney. J-Lo number 2.
And what's her name you just mentioned?
Megan.
Megan number 3.
Nah, she's up there, though. She's up there.
Penchant for a penchant. A penchant.
I don't know what that means.
A little thing for African American
A
women.
little thing for pretty women.
Okay, but I mean, there's nothing wrong with it.
I don't know. I hadn't thought about it.
Okay. Well, I just connected two dots there.
It's okay. It's well done. Biggest movies of 2018. Tell me if you can pick the pattern. Avengers: Infinity War, Black Panther. Oh, they're the only two. Bohemian Rhapsody, the story about Queen, A Star Is Born, which Robbie hates, and Mission Impossible. So they really are taking over the Marvels and the make-believe and the inbuilt audiences. There's not many new films in that. A Star Is Born's done 7 times, wasn't it?
Something like that, yeah.
You know, you got Avengers, Black Panther, Mission Impossible. So no one's taking a risk. Game of Thrones was in its final season. Did you watch that?
Are you saying that these were the only shows made?
No, not the only ones. These were the big box office winners.
Come on,
Game of Thrones.
You can do better than this. This is ChatGPT. You're not even paying for the Pro. This is just the basic ChatGPT.
It is a bit.
Yeah.
But don't worry, I've got some good things coming.
You run out of questions.
You get 5 questions
sorry.
and then you get about half an hour wait, or you use another device. Did you watch Game of Thrones?
It's a part of the first season. It's not really my thing.
Not
what I used to do is I used to go into YouTube and watch the top 10 most gory parts for the season.
Didn't they have sex with their sisters and all this sort of stuff?
You say that like you're disgusted.
Jesus Christ. The Shape of Water won the best Oscar in 2018.
So that was the one we talked about before. I kind of want to watch that with you, but you're going to Fanciful Nonsense will be your quote.
Oh, okay.
But we should watch it because it's part of your movie.
Okay, who won Best Actor in 2018?
I don't know, man. Give me some options. Give me
the
some
options.
Movies.
I don't have the options. I've only got the winner.
This is the worst quiz ever.
Gary Oldman. What was he in?
Was it Dracula?
No, what else?
Oh, what's his name?
Exactly right.
You can't argue with a lion when he has a tiger in his mouth.
Correct. Winston Churchill, The Darkest Hour. To put his suit on took hours and hours.
Hours.
Exactly. Who died in 2018?
Okay, let's play this game.
Okay. Burt Reynolds, what's he been in?
Oh, for God's sake.
Come on.
How's that a quiz? Who died? Let's play a quiz.
No, because I'll give you the names. You won't. No, because
you got to tell me the movies, or you guess.
Oh, okay. I'll do it that way. Okay. Smokey and the Bandit.
Burt Reynolds.
Well done. She was the lady in Superman.
And Boogie Nights. The lady in Superman, Clark Kent's girlfriend. Oh, I'll come back to her name.
Come on.
Margot Kidder.
Well done. Mini-Me from Austin Powers.
Mini-Me, Troy Werner.
Vern Troyer. So it's got it written here.
What is it, Vern? I think you're right, Vern Troy. Yeah,
Vern Troy. Well done.
Troy Werner.
Yeah, that's what it says here. Okay, Sergeant Hartman in Full Metal Jacket. You don't know him?
No, he's not a very well-known actor. I don't think if it's the same guy. What's his name?
Okay, from Frasier, the brother.
What's his name?
R. Lee Emery.
Yeah. He was actually a real sergeant major.
Who's the brother in Frasier?
Niles Crane.
No, John Mahoney.
He wasn't the brother. He wasn't the brother.
Oh, this is a good one.
Hang on.
Martin Crane.
Hang on. He wasn't the brother. He was the father.
Oh, right. Sorry. God, you're on song today.
I used to watch Frasier a lot.
Major Winchester from MASH. You like MASH?
I loved MASH.
Who's your favourite?
Oh, probably, yeah.
Hawkeye?
It has to be Hawkeye, but also he went through two friends.
Hot Lips. Okay, let's have a game.
No,
Ready?
Hot Lips annoyed me a little bit.
Come on, let's go. We'll go name for name.
Radar.
Hot Lips Houlihan.
We just said that one. We've got... Oh, okay.
I've got two more.
Klinger.
Oh, okay. The priest guy.
You can't say the priest guy.
I don't know his name.
What was Hawkeye's best buddy's name?
BJ.
BJ. And BJ Honeycutt, and there was another one.
Yeah. There was always there was another one later I stopped watching.
Yeah.
What other ones from MASH?
Oh, Radar we talked about.
The captain.
The captain with the white hair.
Who was the one that dressed as a lady all the time?
Klinger.
A Klinger.
Yeah.
Oh, Radar O'Reilly.
Well, so I just said Radar. He does the.
He does the radio. He's the radio man.
Yeah. There was 2 or 3 of the ladies. That was a great. I loved MASH.
Oh, MASH. Well, we did MASH the movie in the top 70s films, actually.
You love MASH.
Yeah, I did. I love MASH. I'm trying to think of any others here that you'd even know.
Mashed potatoes.
This person wrote all the Marvels, and he put himself in it.
Not the chauffeur from one of the movies.
No.
John.
No. My dad's first name.
Go on. Who is it?
Stan Lee.
Did he write? He didn't write all the Marvels. He wrote the character, but he just made the characters. Maybe he wrote some of the comics.
Writer, creative figure, but also major screen personality through cameos. Maybe. What else have I got for you? The number one song in 2018 was...
No idea.
Good Plains by Drake. The president, I always give you the political landscape. Who was the president at the time, 2018?
Barack?
No. Easy one. Come on.
No, it wasn't Trump. Was it Trump?
That was his first run.
Okay.
And the Prime Minister. Now, this has got a trick question for you because Australia political landscape.
Well, yeah, we had 3 different ones. I'll stick with the late Julia.
No, she was much earlier. So we had 2 in 2018 because Australia's in turmoil at this point. Who were they?
So, not interested.
Malcolm Turnbull, and he lost to...
God. Rudd? No?
No. Rudd was 07. Right. He lost to Scott Morrison.
Of course, ScoMo.
Yes, ScoMo.
Zero interest in the worst
now
political system in the world.
This is the best bit of the Realm Reminiscences for today. So, I gave you the movie that won Best Oscar.
Yeah,
but that is, remember, was in 2017. So the best films for 2018, which won in 2019, can I read them to you? Have I said that correctly?
I don't know. So what you want me to guess? The best movie that won
the following year?
What? Okay, go ahead.
Okay, so in 2018, this is what there was: Vice, the story of Dick Cheney, US president. You seen it?
No, rubbish.
A Star Is Born,
rubbish.
Roma,
that one. Yep, keep going.
The Favourite,
not heard of it.
Bohemian Rhapsody,
good movie.
Black Klansman
didn't get into KKK.
Black Panther.
Good movie.
And Green Book.
Great movie. No, Roma took it out.
And what won?
Roma took it out.
Did not. Green Book.
What? Best movie?
Won 2019. Won the Oscar in 2019.
Oh, I was sure Roma won that.
No, but you said it was certain, so I just let that hang there.
Well, you did, because you asked me 3 times, so I fucked up 3 times. Thank you for that.
Yeah, there you go. So that's Realm Reminiscences. Don't have a question.
That was good. That's brilliant. Well done.
I love my little tune.
Let's bring us back into modern day.
Yeah, there you go.
Okay, that was good. I think next time you have to just build the quiz stuff a little bit better. I don't want the names. Don't Burt Reynolds me.
Oh, so you want the movie and you can guess it?
I'm going to guess people's names.
Yeah,
it's the only thing I'm good at.
Yeah, no. You're very good on the Beaconsfield mine.
Okay.
That was impressive.
Cool.
All right. Was it trivia time?
I think it might be.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
We've always got time for trivia time. Okay, here we go.
You're a fucking idiot.
Thank you. Budget, 25 million. Oh, hang on.
That was funny.
Do we need a tissue?
Do that again. Can you play that again?
Of course I can play that again. You got to say, what's the time for?
What's the time for?
No.
It's trivia time.
Ain't nobody got time for that.
Yeah, we do. We all got time for trivia time. Okay.
It sounds like Different strokes. Do you remember Willis?
What are you talking about, Willis?
What are you talking about, Willis?
Okay, the budget. You'll hear. Be disappointed in this. It was made for 25 million.
Right.
Do you want to take a guess? You look like you're crying again. As to how much it made?
40.
16.
16?
Yeah, 1.6.
You're joking. Lost money.
Yeah, because it was. Proof is in the
I'd
pudding.
love to know the breakdowns. Can you start getting us that?
What do you mean? As in
What
Australia?
Carell got and what Chalamet got. The 25, I'd love to know what the main actors get.
I genuinely do not have capacity to do any more work in this podcast.
Oh, Jesus.
You want to go down that road?
Not today. Go on.
It's been a mentally exhausting podcast. Awards.
Yep.
Chalamet earned nominations at the Globes, the Screen Actors Guild, the BAFTAs, but he didn't win anything. That's it. The movie is a combination of Nic Sheff's book Tweak and his father David book Beautiful Boy, father's journey through his son's addiction. The title of this film and the book it is based upon comes from John Lennon's song Beautiful Boy,
beautiful.
or Darling Boy. Author David Sheff famously interviewed John Lennon and Yoko Ono in the months leading up to the release of their album Double Fantasy in 1980. John Lennon was murdered 3 weeks after its release. December the 8th, 1980. Is that breaking news? Did you not know he'd passed away? Been shot, assassinated?
No, 3 weeks later, though.
Okay.
I just watched, as a side, we'd never do it on the podcast. Have you seen Yesterday, which is a story of the Beatles? You seen that show?
Oh, yes.
It's make-believe, and it's got great soundtrack, obviously. And he goes and finds John Lennon.
Oh, sorry, I'm talking about different things. Yes, that movie Yesterday. What,
Yeah.
Sorry, is that what you said?
Yeah, the film Yesterday, and what's his name's in it? Ed Sheeran's in it, and the funny Indian actor is the main character.
Okay, so the plot is that
He hits his head, and all of a sudden the world can't remember, and he's the only one that can.
The
And he
Beatles.
he's a pub singer, and all of a sudden he's got all the Beatles songs. So he does Hey Jude, and they want him to do Hey Dude, and all this. It's stupid, right? But they can't remember. He orders a drink. So there was the Beatles. The other thing people couldn't remember, he goes, "Can I have a Coke?" No, we've only got Pepsi. No one had brought up Coca-Cola yet, so he thought, he does this face like, oh shit, I could make Coca-Cola. It's quite like all these things.
It's a very funny premise.
Yeah, it's a bit of fun.
Who directed Lord of the Rings? Peter Jackson. Peter Jackson.
Been to his head office in
Oh,
New Zealand.
if you're into the Beatles, Peter Jackson went to Abbey Road or wherever he went to, and he got thousands and thousands and thousands of hours worth of original footage of the Beatles at Abbey Road recording all the concerts back in the 60s and 70s. I think it was all black and white cinema, real.
Handheld.
He has digitally remastered it all into colour.
Oh, right.
He has stitched together, so it is like watching them practice and rehearse in colour with the entire cast and crew of the Beatles. It is fascinating.
You know there's 4 movies coming out.
I don't know there's 4 movies coming out.
Yeah, there's 4 movies coming out about each one of them. A film about Ringo, Lennon, McCartney, and whoever the fourth was. I can't remember who the fourth was.
Who'd you say? You got Ringo?
Ringo,
You got
Lennon.
Paul?
Yeah.
You've got, what's his name?
Lennon.
Yeah.
Lennon,
And you've
McCartney,
got-
Ringo,
And the guy who was stabbed, he was married to a blonde girl. I can't remember, I've gone blank on that. I can remember the Beaconsfield Miners, but I can't
right. So
remember.
there's 4
George.
Yeah, George.
George Harrison.
George Harrison. So there's
George Harrison.
coming out.
All right, here we go. Well, let's finish this off then, shall we?
Sorry, and one last thing on that. You know
sorry.
Michael Jackson. Have you heard about what he did to the Beatles?
Inappropriately touch them?
No, none of that. He bought the rights. Him and McCartney. He bought the rights from McCartney. And McCartney's gone back and said, come on, give us them back. And he never did. So,
Do you think it's okay to go and watch the Michael Jackson show?
yes, I do.
Why? He's a kiddie fiddler.
Because it's like we watched with Braveheart, right? You separate the person from the performance.
I can't equate the two together.
You can exactly
You're
the same.
funding a pedo's,
Never proven.
so that makes it okay. We all know.
We
if you
don't
pay
know.
off-
We don't all know.
Well,
We don't all know.
You can choose to go down that line. Okay, let's finish this off. Chalamet has stated that there were numerous doctor visits and close calls during the shoot, saying, your mind knows you're acting, but when you drop 20 pounds and you're under a rain machine for 8 takes in a T-shirt, your body doesn't know you're acting. He's making millions of dollars and upset the wee prick.
All right. I didn't know what that was.
Well, No, he's complaining because a wee bit cold and a bit of water, and he's lost weight because he's earned $4 million to act like a rubbish drug addict in terms of his acting.
Oh, right. Okay, is that trivia?
Okay, good.
I didn't.
Yeah, whatever. And finally,
First world problems. Is that what you're trying to say?
Yes, it was. And this, I think, cuts straight to the chase as to why it wasn't as good as it should be.
Go on.
The editing of the film took 7 months in total, during which the movie was recut entirely multiple times. Initially, Nico van Groningen, the director's longtime collaborator, was not involved in the project. However, the director became dissatisfied with the editing process and brought this guy into Los Angeles to reconstruct the film. Now, we know, as professionals, if you keep fiddling or messing around with a piece of work of whatever it is, a report or anything, ultimately it will lose the essence of what it first started off with, because usually your first draft, it morphs. Yes, and editing a movie fully 7 times means you are never 100% sure about the direction or how it was meant to play out. And I think that is the essence of why this film is not as good as it should be.
Well, you're right. I mean, most people change how they get to an end, but the goal never changes, right? The goal is to make this film. How we get there differs. But that's interesting. I mean, to me, because I watch the way I watch a film, I don't even pick up on that sort of thing. So maybe that's bad by my part.
It's not bad, but it's worth discussing, which we have done. Okay, good. I did well again today.
Beaconsfield Mine was impressive.
No, that was good. Good podcast. I like it.
Okay.
I wonder if anyone will actually listen. You'll have to do a good promo for this.
We're on YouTube now, hey? YouTube.
Hey, and where did you watch this?
Sorry?
Where did you watch this? On what streaming channel?
Prime.
On Prime.
Yeah,
so
Prime.
you can watch beautiful.
If you want to talk topical, did you see Netflix bought Warner Brothers? Just a lazy 75 billion. So it gives them Game of Thrones.
Wasn't that last year?
No. Oh yeah, recently.
How recently was that?
A few months ago.
Okay.
Game of Thrones. It gave them access to Harry Potter.
You're very topical. It's fantastic.
It's a bit current for us.
Maybe bring something new to the podcast.
I've read the paper today. That's why.
Okay, thank you everybody, and sign us off. Let's get out of here.
We've got to rate it.
Got mash to make. Oh yeah, what's your rating?
Oh, for what this did for my stomach, it's a 4.2 out of 5. I really churned me up.
4.2 out of 5.
Yeah. You can have all the other stuff, and it's probably absolutely right. But when you have, and I don't want to be self-indulgent, right? 3 sons that are around the same age, live the same life, it's just frightening. It just frightening. I don't walk out of many films and grab my 2 sons. So it had a big effect on me, which tells me it's a good film, and I couldn't turn the iPad down.
Okay. Yeah, look, I get it. I understand what you're saying. It definitely hits a spot. It's not a fantastic movie for all the reasons I mentioned. I'll give it a 3 out of 5 because of the topic and the discussions that it brings up and the importance of discussing these kind of things with your kids. So,
it's a pretty poor score, though.
3 out of 5.
Pretty low score.
Yeah.
Did you answer this before? What did you prefer, Benny's Back or this?
Ben is Back.
Interesting.
Yeah, I couldn't take my eyes off Benny's Back.
And I love Benny's Back. So both land with me because they're so raw and so real. So credit to them.
Okay, well, look, let's sign off. Thank you very much. If you like this, please follow along on YouTube or on YouTube, as the big fella said. Yeah. Please subscribe, okay? Does something somewhere along the lines. The little YouTube munchkins are fiddling away. I've used the word fiddling a lot this podcast. They're fiddling away with their
It's got a bad connotation, that word fiddling. It does.
Easy, son.
It just does. It's got a bad connotation.
On in your family, but there's no fiddling going on with my fucking children.
I hope there's no fiddling with anyone.
Okay, lift.
But for now,
lift, son.
Thanks for listening.
Until next time.